I don't eat much and I can't lose weight. There must be something wrong with my body. Have you ever heard that? Or maybe you yourself say so? But often the problem with not being able to get rid of the hated belly is that people do not really understand the caloric content of the food they eat. Few people who want to lose weight have thought about the caloric content of a particular food, and sometimes they really don't eat much, but because they eat the wrong foods, they exceed their daily caloric norm, for the simple reason that the little piece they eat has a high caloric content that you didn't even know about. Today I will tell you 10 foods that are worth excluding from your diet if you want to lose weight, because even a small part of them has a high caloric value, which quickly satiates you, but just as quickly makes you feel hungry again and eat it again and again. I'm not really calling for you to drastically remove them from your diet, but I do want you to become familiar with these foods and pay special attention to their amounts if you are trying to lose weight. I will start this list from the most obvious to the most unobvious, and at number 10 we have cake. There are a lot of varieties of this confectionery, each of them has its own recipe and can vary quite a bit in nutritional value. The indicator of the calorie content, on average, ranges from 250 to 500 calories per 100 grams. The classical composition contains eggs, flour, butter, margarine and dairy products. For example, everyone's favorite Napoleon contains from 450 to 560 kilocalories, and with home cooking, perhaps even more, because hostesses put the best natural products, rather than their substitutes, in sufficient quantity. Another record holder is Tales of the East. Depending on the type, their caloric value ranges from 430 to 530 kilocalories. Truffles with different flavors, 445 kilocalories. The 9th position is occupied by a delicious, nutritious, flavorful, and not cheap delicacy, smoked sausage. Its caloric value is 472 kilocalories per 100 grams. This sausage is one of the best, considered the highest grade. The sausage may contain beef, pork is often used, less frequently horse meat, pork speck, nitrite salt, sugar, spices. An interesting principle of cooking. Initially, raw materials are not subjected to thermal treatment, undergoing only fermentation and extraction of moisture. After that, the prepared raw material is sent for ripening, which takes 40 days. Caloric values may vary depending on the type of product. We from 487 kilocalories to 631 kilocalories per 100 grams of product. A curious fact, sometimes cognac is added to the sausage to give a subtle flavor and spicy taste. The 8th position belongs to chocolate. This delicious and, if properly chosen, healthy sweet can pose a serious threat to your figure. The standard energy value of the product is 546 kilocalories. But some products may be higher, for example, new milk chocolate Gianduia contains 610 kilocalories. Therefore, all those who lose weight and maintain a certain weight should be careful about the amount eaten, limiting themselves to 2 or 3 pieces. Fans of milk chocolates should not relax either. Despite the massive useful components such as iron, magnesium, potassium, caffeine, yes, in small amounts caffeine is useful, it contains up to 550 kilocalories. But the catch is more than that. Manufacturers of milk chocolate like to put a huge amount of all kinds of additives, not always beneficial for the body. Before I tell you about the other products, I will ask you to subscribe to my channel and put a bell, so as not to miss new useful videos about nutrition and health. The winner of the 7th place in our selection, cod liver, is 97% of fats, which is the most useful component of this product. It is for the fish oil, necessary for the proper functioning of the body. Cod liver is valued in the human diet. But this fact has another side. The caloric value of liver in oil, the most common form of sale, is 613 kcal/100 g. In addition to fats, in the composition can be found proteins rich in amino acids. These include lysine, methionine, tryptophan. Of minerals and vitamins there are nickel, molybdenum, iron, chlorine, phosphorus, sodium, magnesium, vitamins A, C, D and B group. Canned without oil, natural cod liver is slightly less caloric, only 400 kilocalories per 100 grams. It is different nutritious, can be stored for up to 4 years, suitable for cooking various dishes. Cod itself in fresh and boiled form has much less calories, 78 kilocalories. After various treatments, pickling, smoking, the nutritional value increases. 6th place is candy. The first candy appeared in ancient Egypt. They were made from fruits, berries, honey. Delicious and healthy treats over time became popular, but with the invention of all kinds of flavor enhancers, dyes, flavorings and stabilizers have lost most of their useful properties. But this is not the only catch that lurks in the candies. They are among the 10 most caloric foods. The primacy in this category belongs to chocolate products. Since the first chocolate factory opened in France in 1659, cacao products have become incredibly popular. Chocolate candies contain 569 kilocalories per 100 grams of product. They are made with vegetable fats, which, on top of that, become harmful to the body after exposure to heat. Another record breaker among confectionery inventions is Raffaello. It contains coconut chips, vegetable oils, dried milk and wheat flour and yields 623 kcal/100 g. Fifth place is mayonnaise. Everyone's love is due to the ability of this dressing to turn even the most trivial set of products into a festive dish. Traditional mayonnaise is made from chicken yolks, vegetable oil, a little mustard, salt and pepper. Vinegar is added as a preservative and to give a spicy sourness. The key role in creating the emulsion is played by the egg yolk and sunflower oil, which are added in large quantities. Some varieties of the product can reach up to 680 kilocalories. In home cooking there is no possibility to use thickeners and stabilizers, their role must be performed by oil and yolk, so you cannot significantly reduce the caloric content. Homemade sauce is healthier than store-bought, but its caloric value can be much higher than many factory kinds. The fourth position is 96% ethyl alcohol. It contains no protein or fat and only 3.8 grams of carbohydrates. Alcohol can be technical and food, depending on the raw material used in the manufacture. But in this case of interest is the food version. It is rarely used in its pure form, it is mostly used diluted, as it dissolves well in water. The caloric value of 96% alcohol is 720 kcal/100 g. It is a light transparent liquid, burning and with a characteristic odor. In addition to its pure form, alcohol is produced or used ready-made in the manufacture of various types of alcoholic beverages. Here everything is simple, the higher the strength, the higher the caloric value. Of the usual spirits, the strongest is vodka, its indicator is 235 kilocalories. Samagon and bourbon has the same caloric value. Rum is slightly inferior, 220 kilocalories, schnapps 200 kilocalories. The third position is nuts. For years, travelers, soldiers and peasants used nuts as a snack. Kernels took up minimal space in the bag, but could satiate as a full meal. The familiar and inexpensive peanut is the most affordable option in every way. The 551 kilocalories perfectly satisfy hunger, and the content of useful substances, fiber, linoleic and folic acids, will benefit the body. The lowest calorie nut is considered to be coconut, with 354 kilocalories per 100 grams of pulp. The second place is occupied by butter, a natural healthy product, made from the cream of cow's milk. In its finished form it is a concentrated animal fat. Here we should remember that a fat content lower than 72% is not characteristic of natural butter. The optimal percentage is 78% to 82%. The percentage of fatness directly affects the caloric value. Good fatty oil is, on average, 748 kilocalories per 100 grams of product. There are 4 types of varieties: extra, extra, first and second. Butter contains many vitamins A, B, C, PP, group B, etc., as well as copper, manganese, nickel, phosphorus. Many people are afraid of the fat content below 82%, believing that the contents are diluted with harmful components. But in reality, there is simply more moisture in such a bar. Here it is important to be careful, since all sorts of spreads, margarine and other questionable products are often referred to as butter light, which can be misleading. Their caloric value is lower, but the benefits are questionable. There is another variety, clarified butter. It has even less water than regular butter, has a longer shelf life, and the energy value is close to vegetable oil, 892 kilocalories. Vegetable oil tops the list. There is a common misconception that it is less caloric than, for example, butter, so people, poorly versed in the intricacies of nutrition, are often advised to replace butter with vegetable oil. The reason for this misconception is that vegetable products are called lean. But this has become accepted among people of faith because of the possibility of consumption during Lent. During this period, lean animal products were replaced by lean, i.e., vegetable products. Nutritional value did not play a role here. The caloric value of vegetable oils almost does not vary depending on the type and raw material from which the oil is extracted. On average, the figure is 900 kilocalories per 100 grams of product, sometimes less, but rarely falls below 880 kilocalories. If you look more closely, then, sunflower 906 kilocalories, hemp 902 kilocalories, olive 900 kilocalories. The most dietary is coconut oil, 845 kilocalories, which has brought it quite a lot of popularity lately. A curious fact to ponder, just 2 tablespoons of olive oil can increase the nutritional value of a salad by 238 kilocalories. I am not urging you to get rid of these products completely, but it is worth paying special attention to their use in your diet. If you enjoyed this issue, the best thanks to me would be your likes and subscriptions to the channel. Friends, I suggest you watch my other videos that will appear on your screen now. They will help you form more opinions and skills about proper nutrition and health. I bid you farewell and see you again.